So the first week was a bit hectic. It was difficult because the kids as well thought that they were on holiday. Week 1 and week 2 was a bit difficult because also the country was trying to adjust to the shutdown.
So what happens every day? People need to wake up by 7:30, and then I assign duties. We have a small compound, so that's the place where we all play basketball, they play football. So I'm telling you, by 4 sharp, you see, like when the bell rings in school, dilling, 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 by 4 sharp, they know, they stop. Thank you, JR. I can hear you. I'm very much on.
Welcome. We'd like to see.
I love the stories I was hearing. I have gone through the same scenario, but I'm on the last lap.
We are normal.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Our kids are normal.
Yeah. You had somebody posted and said that the cabinet secretary Magoha should tell the children that it is not holiday and it is not time for eating, and they should call them back to school because they are finishing all the food in the fridge.
No, Najwa, I don't know. Let me tell you guys something. You know, for me, I found that, apart from the only thing that I've been saving through this COVID is fuel because the car is not moving.
Thank God. Yeah, true.
But I think I've been paying that price of fuel on other quarters, on food-wise.
Yeah.
So, I'm waiting to see what the outcome will be.
Yesterday I was thinking about the budget actually.
Yeah.
Because the other thing is the fact that we shop in France. France is like 5 minutes away from here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 3 times cheaper.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. With things like meat, chicken, fish. So yes, so you can imagine. The suits are very healthy right now.
And the borders are closed, so you can't go to France.
That's what I have.
Yeah, borders are closed. In fact, there's a colleague of mine who wanted to go and shop in France because that's where he does his shopping. And they was just told by the security now, the police manning the borders, told him just go back where you're turn the car and go back where you're coming from. So It's a complete lockdown. Yeah. But I think things are getting better now. I mean, lockdown-wise, but for us also, we are hopeful.
Okay.
It will seem.
So the challenges have been similar. I mean, Lydia is attesting to experiencing the same on the food front. But how are you, Lydia Mukaye? How are you handling the homeschooling part?
Thank you. I don't know. I'm still trying to get a best position because they are downstairs and they are highly attentive to listen to my conversations.
Some of the challenges. Actually,
so I have to disappear and then appear and then pretend something is happening. Yeah, but ideally, it's been very, very hectic, I think I can say. I think this is the time that I even find that I'm working more and the hours and the days are even worse. Yeah? I'm busy from morning to evening, and but we agreed to share the schedules. So what happens with of course, I have a house help who is a neighbor, so she had to stop coming, so she doesn't come. So we agreed that we're going to share the roles. So what happens every day? People need to wake up by 7:30, and then I assign duties. It's interesting because nobody wants to do the same thing twice. They'll say, I wash the dishes in the morning.
Yes.
Why should I wash them now? Nilipiga duster jana. Somebody else should. So I make sure that every day there's a change. If you did downstairs yesterday, somebody else will do the downstairs today. But then we agreed by 9 o'clock, all of us should have finished the assignments, including myself, so that they sit and then they do the homeschooling. good thing is that some of them have online lessons, but some of them are just doing homework. And then my husband, of course, is on his way coming. He'll likely to join us. He's decided to buy the Luya radio. You know, like a small Luya radio.
We all have one.
So he tunes. So he tunes into. They tune into that radio for radio lessons, and of course, when they are tuning, you know, that is why you discover that the work of a teacher is very hard. Some are whispering uko, some are like, so you're wondering, are we reading or are we not reading? Then the next thing is now looking at the homework. You know, some of the things we don't understand them. We did them long time ago, but we forgot. Like the Maslow theories, in physics, what in chemistry, what laws, some calculations. It's like we are reschooling. So I'm really loving that when we are attending like a TV session or a radio lesson and we are listening in, we are reschooling and we are learning together with them, which they really, really enjoy. But I think the distribution of work has really, really helped me so that nobody really feels overwhelmed and stuff. But food is a big deal. So I think I need to learn from Connie to Faith. How did she put the program for food? Eating one huge meal a day, it can't just work. People eat as late as 10:30 before they go to sleep. And you're like, really? And you know you can't tell them don't eat. Yeah.
And do you think that is this different from how they eat during the ordinary school, the normal school holidays?
Yeah.
Of course, it's different. You know, for them, I think it's home. It's like it's holiday, it's school. So they're in between there, wondering what is what.
And also because they are spending a lot of time in the house, as opposed to during an ordinary holiday where they can actually go out. They can meet with friends sometimes, but now they are actually literally in the house. Most of the time. Not all the time.
Then my husband made some adjustments. He tries to come home maybe, he has to go out because we are not yet fully on complete lockdown. But he comes home by around 3. So we have a small compound. So that's the place where we all play basketball, they play football. So I'm telling you, by 4 sharp, you see like when the bell rings in school, dilling, 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 by 4 sharp, they know, they stop.
To go and eat.
They stop. It's time to eat. It's time to go play. I'm telling you, it is just. I think it is fun. I'm loving it, but it's very challenging.
I have a question about eating habits that we create in our children. I think there also needs to be discipline in the way that we are teaching our children to eat. You see, when the Luyas believe in eating, I think it's not a good habit. We need to get disciplined on our eating. You see, if we don't have the discipline has to be all. That's my thought. Because if you just let them eat,
I don't think it's a Luya thing. It's just
JR, what I can say, JR, is that it's more of snacking. There's the real mealtime, like breakfast, they will have breakfast. Lunchtime, they'll have, and you know now they're teenagers and they actually get hungry. They really get hungry. I think there's a time we had breakfast, and then I think around 10, 11, you get someone in the fridge has taken a whole packet of milk. He's drinking himself.
Yes.
But it is not that. I don't think it's gluttony, but I think it's just their body demanding that food. And they also want to eat it, and then you don't want to look like you're mean. Of course, there's discipline, but they do a lot of snacking. So what I did the other day, I stopped buying snacks. Instead, I went and bought a lot of fruits. So let them snack the fruits instead of bread, stuff like that. Actually, bread in our house, I think it just takes like 1 loaf, 2 or 3 people. It's finished.
That's it.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
I think it's a good thing. You see, now you didn't directly tell them not to eat, But
Okay.
in wisdom, you reduced what they are eating so they can just snack on the food. Because if they keep bulging into this bread, by the way, their size, yeah, you'll begin having other expenses of clothes, but I'm just talking about that, just let it go. I think it needs to be, even with myself, I'm telling myself, yeah, you can't be eating like this. I know, by the way, I'm suddenly looking at my stomach, I'm like, what akijiar? Yeah, but I'm really, we need, yeah.
Yeah, I think when it comes to food, you eat more when you're at home.
Yes.
Definitely. As long as you're home, you're always going to find yourself eating something, snacking something, even for you as the adults. So matters eating, I think, is just something we have to learn to adjust to. Whether you have boys, whether you have girls, they're gonna eat. So long as people are in the house, there's always something to eat. When you're out of the house, there are schedules, there are plans, there are things that keep you off. But when the food is just, you're sitting, the next thing you're thinking of, there's yogurt in the fridge, there's juice in the fridge. And normal human reaction is you will eat. Actually, people do add weight over winter. So it's a common behavior that people eat more when they're at home. But a challenge I also find, maybe you will also find it at this point, is managing internet and online time. Maybe we can hear from both of you guys. How are you managing internet and online time? Because that's a big one.
To do is to try and instill in them a discipline to use it when only necessary. But of course, for them, it is necessary at all times.
So just know which sites do they visit. Okay, we have also educated them and talked to them about the sites.
So then, sometimes they tell me, Daddy, okay, can you please add me sometime?
The question is
then
why?
the question is, what do you want to do? I want to check messages. Then I add 5 minutes.